Okay, let's see. If it works, because at the moment, like, there was problems trying to begin the stream. So I'm just going to look. Okay, I think it works. For some reason, it set itself to 10 to FFmpeg streaming, but that's kind of sucks. Anyways, today I want to showcase the MooseSMP Season 2 by going in and doing, oh yeah, my stuff. I just remembered there's a password I need to enter, so I'm just going to make it dark real quick. Yeah, that looks good. So, entering, and let's go in. Okay, music is still too loud. Wait, it says the current stream's bitrate is slower than the recommended bitrate. We recommended use stream bitrate of 23. Yeah. Anyways, I think I should try increasing the bitrate. And I hope that I'm able to make it. Yeah. Then let me use 23,500. So, now the bitrate should be better. Okay, now how you get on the MooseSMP is by there's an invite in the official RL server. However, if you, since I think you're banned in RL, you probably might not be able to get that invite. However, what I can do is send you the invite in DMs, and then if you are in the server, then you do an application, then the people who are the operators, they will then look to see if you applied correctly, and in that case they will let you in. So first I'm just going to send you the invite on DMs. Peiko. Yeah, there we are. So here's the first message, and then the next message also. Okay, great. So at the moment we have, this is Bro X Gamer's base, which he's building. It looks pretty neat. This is supposed to be the basement area with main storage, I think. Like yesterday was pretty bare bones. performance, however, today aren't improved so much, so Broix is really cooking at the moment. And you can also go up in here. Yeah, and here was built near the mountain where MooseSMP, Kant, and Sajakar live. As you can see, we already have a bit of infrastructure in here. That's the RX towards a Dark Fortress, which I suppose we'll also look at in the later on in the last stream. However, yeah, this is a pretty cool base, which is still in construction. However, that's okay. We'll let him cook, and then we'll enjoy his cookings. So, I'll be going on my way now, and how I'll quickly go back to spawn is by killing myself. Because, well, in this server we have keep inventory on. Alternatively, also like this guy. However, I think this is an easier solution. So, this here is the spawn area. The reason why I spawned on whatever this is. Alright, maybe I should do master volume on 25%. Yeah, that's better. I think you fell off a bit. You mean RLC as a channel fell off? Because... well, RLC, personally, is a more of... yeah, we do what's fun channel. It's like... it's not something we see, I see myself in the responsibility of keeping upright. Just when I feel like it, then I do it. And if I don't, then I don't. How's the quality? Goddamn, it even supports 4K. I didn't intend to do 4K. Oh, I mean, it's okay, I guess. Should be bearable. However, let me pull it down back to 360 because I don't want it affecting the stream quality. So essentially, this one is the main structure, like not the main structure, but that's usually where people spawn or somewhere nearby, because this is actually the server spawn, and this is needed for a farm to farm, I think, gravity blocks, so like sand and gravel and stuff. And to farm this, it works with the end portal, and the end portal, when you enter through the end portal, it goes to the spawn. So whatever they do, the kind of magic they do to these items, it goes to the end portal, it goes in here, and then it's yeah, and then it gives us the items. However, I'm not exactly sure. What's the gravity items? Oh no, never mind. This is stone, I think, or concrete. I think concrete, yeah. Concrete is also very important, as you can see here. So yeah. Actually, there's a lot to show here, so... here's a wishing well someone made. And I also used to be a lava farm, however, as of recently it has been destroyed, I guess. I'm sorry for breaking this farm, I will stay hidden, please no ban. Little do they know we also have a mod where you can check who did what. And obviously, as this is also SMP, there will be a need for a lot of upside down T structures. These are chests, and these are because in this season the main objective was to build a giant city, Moose City, which was supposed to be in this area. So I could maybe better show it via our blue map. So yeah, here, blue map. This specific area, we are around this area right now. This whole area was supposed to be built for a city. However, yeah, it's not always that pleasant. However, let me move the live streaming back in here so I can see it all the time. And now it glitches, perfect, whatever. So, this here is the central station for the supposed city. It's still very useful, but it is not, well, it is big and it's a good representation of what the MooseSMP was meant to be. But as you can see here, there isn't that much built here. And the SMP is like from 2023, so it's been 2 years. Yeah. However, we can look at the architecture here a bit. It's, I think, a bit leaned on German ones, or at least that was my my inspiration. However, I'm actually not the one who built this. I think it was mostly Hamza who designed it, and I think X50 helped build it too. Anyways, they cooked a lot. Before that, there was a simple station, like a very bad looking one. The rails were the same. However, the issue was that well, it was just cobbles. It was just blank stone, and it didn't really have a roof. So it was just that. Oh, it did have a roof, but it was like super shallow, going up here. Maybe I think um I think I can show it. I'm not sure right now. That's server CMP. Oh yeah, I'm not able to do that. There's been some issues, and Nikita has been eagerly trying to fix it. However, it didn't work. Before, I actually need to use one line, which is the RX1, which goes to Terry's Spider Farm. Not done yet. Northern Hill, that is my house. Seductor, Senti, and Cat's Mountain, and then who has Cherry Blossoms. So, let's go. It might be stupid, because the reason I came here is because I wanted to actually still way too loud, I think. Oh, there's TCL. Anyways, the reason I came here is because I wanted to get food. However, I don't think I have any food in here, or any good food at least. There's TCL. Active member, well, if we are active. Who also owns the land up there and then also explore. He and Mike Jolie are more on the technical side of things, like making a lot of farms. Anyways, I don't think I can find this here, so we just go into our next go to another destination, which is the pork chop farm. Which, well, I might be Muslim in real life, but I would suppose that my in real life character, which is a girl for some reason, I didn't put it. This I had another skin, but yeah, I suppose a family member might changed it. Yeah, this is usually a problem with TCL, that the internet just sucks and it doesn't make for a nice gaming experience. However, for me personally, it's pretty good. It might be because the VPS, the server that this Minecraft server is running on, is on the on Frankfurt, so because that's pretty nearby, that's might be a factor. So anyways, we're going through the spawn village, which I can also show in detail later. First we'll pass through this lovely bridge through the canal, which I think Alpha constructed or made, to, I think, here, the portal. Or was it here? I don't know. Yeah. We already have a little railway in here, but I think I don't need to walk. I mean, I don't think I need to take the railway. Well, depends. I haven't been here for quite a while, so I might have forgotten where it is. Oh yeah, okay. Good, there it is. But now I can sprint. Well, let's just take this raw. Raw one for now. Let's call it a day. Oh, I'm hearing ghasts. Anyways, this is also farm, which is a Hogland farm. They spawn in here and they get automatically killed, and because they also spawn pork chops, it makes for a good farm. And the reason there are these, we do have more golds in challenges and advancements in the SMP, and that's because we use a custom advancements pack, which is Blazon Caves Advancements Pack. It adds a lot, and these advantages also have the funny part that they also reward items that can be kind of exploited, but we do live with the good faith that that people here don't abuse it in a way to infinitely spawn to infinitely make farms. Then there were already TCL again. Yeah, interesting sign. Also good for the guy who slept. I think either Bro X or Fuchsia Dude. Anyways, I would say let's just go back into the Moose City station and take it one by one. And I should probably switch to, no, not this one, here, the chat, in case anyone types something, because they are free viewers. Wow. Anyways, back at the station, admiring the beauty of... One time I was in Frankfurt and the station just blew me away. I liked it a lot. Hauptbahnhof. I think that's what I also showed as reference. But these pictures aren't all that representative. Maybe this one. Also the round thing, and also like this. The room or the place um with the platforms, that round style I really liked. But obviously we don't have so much need uh, for such a building. However, like maybe one of these rounded roofs look pretty cool. Oh, weird visual glitch. What's happening back there? Wayland moment. Anyways, we do have 8 railways here. 7 of them are already finished, and it was the XRV or just RV project, I think. Let's see if I can go on Discord. It seems like I cannot go on Discord because it's frozen. Also another Wayland moment. Whatever. So there was just basically a railway project of making a bunch of railways. And because as you might have seen, railways are faster than the normal ones in vanilla. The vanilla ones are limited to 8 blocks per second. However, we've installed a mod, server-side mod, which allows for faster railways if they're built on specific material. So for one, we have cobblestone, which does increase, and bedrock, and then also normal stone and obsidian. So these are the 4 blocks that increase your speed. And obsidian goes up to 100 blocks per second, while cobblestone goes to 30 blocks a second, and bedrock goes up to 50 blocks per second. It's it's already a lot better than default method. Like even the slowest option, which is cobblestone, which is 30 blocks a second, is already more than double. Or even, I think, yeah, more than 3 times the size of the speed. So yeah, that's pretty neat. And obsidian, well, it just blasts you away. Anyways, there's the IRX ones, and there's the RX ones. The RX ones are made for stand for Regional Express, and the IRX stand for Interregional Express. So the purpose of Regional Express is like to connect places in a region, and it usually also stops everywhere and it isn't meant to bring you to an important place fast, however, to like also serve all the places to there. However, the interregional expresses, as you can see, RX3 is meant to go to J81 space, this space, slime farm, and then to Mike Trolley space, but the IRX3 is meant to go to Mike Trolley space directly. However, like, this is the one railway that hasn't been really built yet, but all the other ones are built, and I think I'm going to ride all of them and then show you what's at these stations. However, first let's exit Moose City and then see whatever the hell this is. This is more or less the railway farm. Yeah, that's not very nice to put. There hasn't been an upside down T in my base, luckily, I think. But there was someone here you really liked upside down T's. Yeah. Anyways, this is the railway farm. You might be able to tell it because it's meant to be shaped like a railway. Like this is the one side, is the other side, and these are the rails. However, you might be able to tell a lot of the building is empty. It was meant to be a headquarters for a company, which would, like a fictional company, the server, which would run all the railways. There was like a bunch of railway solutions. I think it was Moose Railways, which was meant to be the name of the company. However, um, the structure has been built, but the interiors haven't been built. The only thing, which is also the most important thing, is the railway farm, which can be accessed if you go to the right building and then go all the way up. Yeah, this is um, the farm, or more or less actually a duper. This area, as you can see, there's a chest with a shulker box in it, and there it's full of rails. The mechanism behind this is actually a duper. Let me just try it out and then just show how it works. Can't jump in here, but yeah. Let me just do it like this. As you can see, there's a mechanism to loop the glitch to do it. And then we can just create infinite rails and put them later into these shulker boxes, which is done by some mechanism. You do your shulkers in here, and then they get placed here, and then they get filled via these hoppers. And when it's done, then it also sends a signal in here, and then it causes it to be destroyed, I think. Yeah, I think it's pushed down by this piston, and then it hits the honey block. However, honey block is like peculiar with its block things, I think. Yeah, for some reason I think they caused the shulker box to break, and then it goes into these chests. So it's meant to be an easy way to mass produce rails. You can just replace them up there if you want powered rails or normal rails. Usually powered rails are more important because yeah, we do most of our work, most of our places with rails with power because we don't have any resource limitations. If so, we would have to be careful with how much we use, however, that's not really needed because we have the lovely duper. So these are the 4 connectors. If you also have the rail here, you'll be able to see that it's meant to be like that. These like the 2 main buildings, and these are 4 connectors. Yeah. Let's just go up to the topmost place and enjoy the view, which could have been better if I had enabled that foresight mod, which allows seeing further than the server allows you to, but well, whatever. A more authentic experience then. So as you can see on the top of the station, there's MooseSMP. Lovely. And there the compass you saw before is showing north. And here, a lovely view to the farm. Also a convenient place that has been destroyed by someone to jump down and kill yourself. Anyways, it might actually be the faster way down, because I'm just going to end up spawning there anyway, and maybe the time I save by going up in there will be saved by just dying. Yeah. Not always do you spawn in such a high place, it just differs sometimes. Anyways, it's getting dark. I don't actually want to showcase anything at night because... Oh wow, that was rude. Man, during stream. Like, I don't have actually anything to defend myself because I landed because more needed. I didn't expect that I would have future dude up my ass. However, let's hope he just doesn't try to kill me again, and anywho, I have lovely commands that can be used to prevent further damage. Anyways, there's been issues with people building in here because, well, it is a pretty attractive place to build, which is why we flatten the entirety of this area. But, well, that wasn't really supposed to be like that. We were meant to, like, preserve it for Moose City, so we put up these signs. This one is the main monument that I built for the SMP, for the Moose City. It's kind of inspired by the Siegessäule in Stuttgart. However, I think it has gone far beyond it. I think at some point it was just experimenting around and what looked good. And that was pretty much it. This area was supposed to be a Venice type area. These are supposed to be the canals and like these roads in here. And whatever is here are supposed to be the buildings. And this here is supposed to end the canals, and then here is supposed to be buildings like a marketplace. Yeah. However, as you can see, nothing of that has been made, and I'm not sure if it will either. Alpha is having some ideas on doing things, but I feel like that was more or less the main problem of the SMP, which is just overscoping and being very ambitious. However, in the end, after 2 years, still not a lot of stuff made for the city itself. Other projects are doing better because, well, they weren't as ambitioned. So let's just go back, and I think the best next thing to show now is the spawn village, because that's exactly near here. And yeah, the resources used to store all the materials used for flattening the server, I mean that one area. Well, given how much flattened, it was necessary. But at least we could use these materials for other projects. So they didn't go to waste. Oh wait, I'm actually in the spawn village, okay. So this house is Cinerak's old house. Or Moron, or... For some reason, it was lost. I don't know. Okay, interesting. Science trading site 1 to get to the second trade site, so... Cool. I actually haven't been here either. I mean, not that much in here, but here's one at least. The Mason. 20 stone for an emerald sounds legit. Yeah, this has been abandoned. Second base, you also have second base, which can be accessed from going up in here, I think. Anyways, let's just see here. What was your room? Here, Brine Head. Some storage. Also sort of terrace to look at the lovely cherry blossom trees. What is in here? The first story, also a chill place with a lot of blocks to play. Note blocks. Was also a base, nether portal. It's also going to the nether roof, I think, but the problem was that the roof portal connected to this one, so people kept spawning in here and had to go down to go outside. So there are also room, pretty basic. And I suppose there is a beacon in here which has been taken off because abandoned, and beacons aren't a thing you can mass produce. I will be right back. I have to do something. We are so back. Okay. Sorry to disappoint, but I think I might stop talking after a while, and only when necessary, because it does tire me talking. Talking is tiring. Here's a canal that can be used by a Snarak to quickly go out. The pier. This one is his personal farm. And down here is the station, which can be used to go to his new base. And another exit up here. No, that's the same entry. Oops. Anyways, let's go. What is here? Today's video is sponsored by Glasswire, dipshit. You. Lovely. This is the incinerator. Basically a huge pool of lava. And you may throw stuff here that you don't need. For some whatever reason. Some barns with animals, so I don't know who they belong to. That seems like... well... yeah, whatever. Let's just not comment on that. For whatever reason, a jungle tree, I guess, to resonate with the atmosphere here, or everywhere has been planted sugar canes. I usually did like a few in there, somewhere around here. No, it was here. But I guess someone had the cool idea to make it everywhere, and I must admit, I do like the atmosphere. Also with here, canoe, whatever you call it. Quick ferry. Would it might actually be better in here because it's a dock. Oh, it can't be docked in, but fits better. So, what about this side? Well, if I didn't get to these houses. So, this house is, or rather was, Omar Waleed's house, which has burned down. We don't know why. If someone lit it on fire, or whether a lightning strike it, or whatever. It's something we don't know. He also had a lot of animals here, farm kept in here. Yeah. There might have gone, some might have gone because of the fact that it burned down, but I don't know. This is meant to be for beginners. cool for the new to have, but yeah, there's beds. Also chests with things that newbies could use, and also to be used for storage. Let's just take the bridge like good citizens. This path it's pretty cool. Yeah, there are some pathways. I think that leads further down that way. I guess for a while I'm mute and then continue walking. Had a bit of an energizer. Anyways, I don't know who this house belongs to. But it's either unfinished or also grieved or whatever. As you can see, there isn't much in here. There was a time where it is relatively inactive, but it was so inactive that we didn't really get to see all these stuffs and take care of them. Some lovely cats. This house is by Era, which just recently has been brought down in an argument. Yeah, some shitty drama happening there, and as you can see, Alfonso made sure to lock the area down in this way. And I think this is also a second house. It's pretty similar to the first one. So obviously this one was rather used. Let's see closer now, MooseSMP. Yeah, I just give myself a permission, I guess. Oops. This, well, I guess was also grief, but I'm not sure if it was griefed by someone else or self-griefed. It's also kind of why I don't like self-griefing, because it just doesn't look good. Anyways, let's see what's in this lovely looking quartz house. Not much. But at least some views from here. And upstairs. Also not much, but plenty of area that you could probably use to build something. However, it already gave us a benefit. It made the landscape look better. Uh-oh. I'm under attack. Also gay based, it was, I don't know, either grieved or self-grieved. I also can't tell. I don't know what this is supposed to represent. I think this is my brother's base, well, Kat's base. This was the former iron farm, but I don't think it works anymore. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything in it right now. Yeah, not working, sadly. Anyways, because there's a village nearby, it would spawn an iron golem in here, and that iron golem would be brought in here. I think it's because the villagers in there will cause the iron golem to spawn, and that the iron golem gets pushed to this lava, and then from there it goes to get killed. And yeah. This one is X50's temple, I guess. Yeah, it feels pretty like, the thing looks pretty small, but it feels a lot bigger on the inside, personally. Probably because it has narrow ways, and like it's able to pull off, and also the basement a bit, but like honestly, it doesn't feel like this big, this temple, but it's actually pretty, has a lot of content, as you could see. There is a portal. believe I have tackled on the things that exist here, but let me see. I think at one of these houses also Osaka lived. Do not. It might have been this house where Osaka is. It looks like it. I brought obsidian. Sorry for bed of shulker shells. Oh yeah, there's still this area that I can show. I don't know what it is supposed to represent. There used to be a string farm here. I'm not sure if it still works. I don't think it does. Some cows. Another destroyed house. Greatness. Rebuilt on season 2. Tip isn't doing that well at the moment, but well, it's okay, I guess. Some more cherry blossoms. Oh, and I think the thing I could end this area off is with riding the roller coaster that Cinerak has built. Oh wait, actually. Yeah, I think I should also show this. This is X50 space. It has been formerly MG space, but well, now it's, because MG is gone from the server, it's now X50's main sector. There's plenty of ways you can use to go in and out. That's my skin, or well, the one that I had, because I don't know. I don't know what this means. And I guess it's just entrance to a cave. Storage and cooking. I see. Actually, that might have not been the best idea to stream right now, because I do feel kinda tired. I woke up at like 4 after waking up from a nightmare, and I didn't really want to sleep again. But I don't feel that energetic at the moment. I had hopes of feeling that way, but I think I should call it a day and then maybe continue. Or well, let's just finish the X50 space and then maybe I'll continue later or whatever. Don't. MG's room. Now let me just pretend that Discord emojis work, even though they don't. But I guess they can portray the meaning of what they're supposed to represent, like, yeah, I'm that chronically online. Anyways, this place is quite nice. Garden representing the different various biomes. This is one of the overworld and this is one of the nether. Very nice. Also a shop, like a trading hall. But there doesn't seem to be any villages in here, I think. When MG was here there were, but that has been removed. I think he removed all his villages, so there are other alternatives then. Also, yeah, in honor of MG formerly owned the base. And here I think this is the main exit. Yeah. Anyways, let's head back to Moose Station. I would say we had a pretty conclusive overview of everything. Oh yeah. I wanted to end it off with the roller coaster. I think we have access to a roller coaster via his base, but let's see. Hmm. Well, it's not this way, maybe the other way. I think this is it. Woohoo. Or the other way around, I don't know. Hell yeah. A bit of a slowdown before. Now, up into the cave. And we have reached the end. I think there was meant to be an expansion towards there. Just look what's up next in this lovely roller coaster saga. Okay, been up to here. Maybe it'll go through the mountain. Then we'll experience more peak. Anyways, let me just kill myself again. Okay, as I said, I think I'll get some rest. And I'm not sure if I can still do it today. If there's going to be anything that going to be interrupting, if I have to go somewhere, if I have to do something, but we did have a pretty good overview of the spawn village, so that's already pretty good. And in the next streams, I guess I can then maybe begin with RX1, going in that direction, and we just do it one by one, step by step, brick by brick. See ya.